Bienvenidos. Welcome everybody to our English Academy Live on Tuesdays. I am Wayra Rojas. I'm English Program Manager in English Academy, and I'm really happy to be with everybody here today. As always, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Colombian time, 5 p.m. El Salvador, 8 p.m. Argentina. And if you are in another part of the world, please let us know what time it is right there where you are. I'm really happy to be here. We have good news. We are going to talk about very nice things that are happening in English Academy. I come with two amazing teachers with a wonderful game. I don't know what the game is about, but I'm sure it will be very fun. Please tell me in the chat, where are you connecting from? You know, I love to know where everybody is joining us. That's part of our community and what makes this live so special. So I'm going to introduce our co-host today. I'm sure you know her. You've seen her in courses. You've seen her in practice sessions, in meetups, in voice chats. And yes, it is our teacher, Gina. Gina, how are you today?
Hello, hello. Hi, Wayra. Well, I'm excited. I love today's topic. I'm also very, very happy because we have some interesting announcements. I know our students will love them. So I can't wait to get started.
I know, right? Let's get started. Before we go deep into the announcements we have, G, what about checking the chat and see where are people joining from? It's always exciting, right? I love it.
It is, because our community is everywhere. I'm seeing students are joining us from Peru, from Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, more students from Mexico, Venezuela is in the house. Hello, hello, Argentina, Team Mexico, from El Salvador as well. Hello, nice. Guatemala is here present as well in our chat. El Salvador again. Panama, nice, a little close to us. Guatemala. Why? We have students from all over, all over
everywhere,
the world.
right? Everywhere. I love it. Yes, we have Jay Moreira from Guatemala, Carla Cardon from Guatemala. We have some students from El Salvador. I love it. And we have somebody being more specific. Maria Luisa says from Medellin. And we have Roque from Paraguay. Love it. Hello, everybody. This is amazing. So to get started with all the different news that we have today, G, let's see where we can start because we have different things. And now that you're here with me, I want us to start with a podcast. One of the podcasts that we that was out last week, that is one that you recorded. It's something related to happiness, money. Tell us a little bit about it, G.
Well, we have always asked ourselves, and I'm sure you have why, and when I say we, I think I can speak for a lot of people. We have asked ourselves, can money buy happiness? And sometimes we think, oh, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to save, I'm going to invest, because if I had more money, I would be happier. But other times we think, is that really the secret to a happy, successful, fulfilling life or not? So we attempted to answer this very difficult question with our fabulous Dean of English Academy, Jess Harris. So I invite you to go ahead and check out our new podcast episode, Can Money Buy Happiness? And of course, to let us know, what do you think? Yes or no? Or a little here, a little there?
Amazing, G. I have to say that I already listened to it, and it's a very interesting conversation. I think you mentioned very important points. So great invitation to our students here. Go to Spotify or any platform where you listen to your podcast, look for Platzi English Academy and check it out. And let us know in social media. Do you think money can buy happiness? it's a nice conversation you guys have there, and I agree with many things that you mentioned. But that was not the only podcast that was out last weekend. We also had another podcast, G, and this one, it's about some words. It's called Borrowed Words in English. What is that? What do we talk about when we say borrowed words in English?
I have no idea why. I think I need to listen to this episode like our students need to and find out.
Amazing, amazing. That's the best invitation, right? We're always learning. So definitely English, as any other language, takes words from other languages, right? And this is a podcast by our teacher, Ravee. It's really nice. You will get to understand and know very nice vocabulary. So really recommend it. Go to Platzi English Academy podcast and check those two great episodes. And of course, this weekend, one or two more new episodes, right, G? Every week we have new episodes so our students can keep practicing and learning English.
Yes, why? Just a quick reminder, because I see some of our students are asking us in the chat, you can listen to our podcast on Spotify on these topics that Y just mentioned, plus many more, because we truly talk about everything. We try to cover different topics, and you'll get to listen to different speakers, different ideas, experiences, opinions, theories, everything. So make sure you check it out on Spotify, our English Academy podcast on Spotify.
There you go. Thank you, G. And of course, if there is a topic that you want us to talk about, please let us know. We'll be happy to include it. So let us know in social media. What topics do you want us to talk about? It's always nice to talk about different topics and learn about different topics as well, right? Okay, G.
Excellent.
We started with podcasts because, I love podcasts, so I wanted to start there. But we also have great things coming. Last week, on Friday, we had English Talks in Bogota, our event where we had some students from Bogota participating with us live, and we were streaming so people from any part in the world could join us. It was amazing to have everybody joining us in this amazing event where we learn how to improve our 4 skills, right? But this is not everything that we do in person. This is a special event, but in English Academy, we are also doing some in-person meetups in Bogota for now. I know, and maybe the chat starts getting like, when in Mexico, when in Argentina, when in El Salvador. We are starting little by little, after pandemic. And for now, we are hosting one in-person meetup in Bogota every month. Next one is in September, G. September is a special date in Colombia. What are we going to do there?
So in many countries, we celebrate a holiday called Valentine's Day. However, in Colombia, we celebrate a day for love, but also friendship. And well, I think a great way to make those bonds stronger, those connections, and maybe create new friendships is through learning, through having fun and experiencing something new together. And why not helping others learn and learning from others as well. So this next September the 9th, yes, Friday, it's on a Friday, you are invited, if you're in Bogota, to join us for our English meetup, our in-person meetup, where we will cover friendship and we will do a very fun activity that I'm sure might be new to a lot of you. So we're going to go ahead and link the invite there in the chat. So you have all the information. You can save the date now. Don't make any other plans because we want to see you there. Have fun, learn, and get to know each other much better.
That's right, Jean. That's the idea. We're going to celebrate this special date with our students for now in Bogota. Little by little, I see already comments in the chat. When in Peru, when little by little, we are getting back to seeing each other in person. We're going to leave the link here in the resources in the chat so you can see it. You can sign up if you are in Bogota. The idea is that you can come and participate if you are in Bogota. Amazing. But G, I'm sure that students who are not in Bogota say, and what is there for me? I'm not in Bogota. Of course, we have something for everybody. And we have our challenge, a student of the month. So it has great prizes. And you, any of you, can be the student of the month. The only thing you need to do is study. Take the courses. I'm sure that's what you're already doing. Attend to our practice sessions, our meetups, voice chats. Be a very active member of the community. Take advantage of everything we do for you to improve your English, and you can win one of those amazing prizes if you are one of the three most outstanding participants in a Student of the Month challenge. Anything else you want to tell us about a Student of the Month, Jean?
I say that you pay close attention to the conditions, and like I mentioned, there are prizes that will interest you, not just a special recognition from part of all of us at English Academy, but something that will definitely make an impact in your English learning process, something that you can show. Well, I don't want to give away the surprise. I want students to check out the article, get all the information, understand the conditions, and get excited about participating in this monthly challenge. And the best part why is that learning is part of the prize as well. The more you practice, the more you learn, the better you understand, the better you will feel using your English in different ways, not only speaking, but writing it. And you're going to be able to participate in all the wonderful spaces that we have created for you here at English Academy. So I'm very excited to see you all actively participating in all of our different community activities and spaces, like our voice chats, our live classes, our practice sessions, our meetups. I mean, we have a lot to offer, a lot of spaces for you to come join us and learn.
Absolutely, G. And that's the idea with this challenge. As you said, motivate our students to keep learning. That's part of the challenge, of the prize, of course. But there are some special things there. In the resources, you can go sign up for the challenge and know what you can win by studying. You don't need to do anything additional from what you came to do here, that is learn English. It's just a way for us to motivate you more, right?
Why? Our students are saying in the chat that they are accepting the challenge.
Amazing. Challenge accepted. That's wonderful. I want to see everybody there. Share it with your friends who are studying as well. Make sure that everybody participates, because, you know, when we learn in community, we learn, it's more fun, right? And we can learn better. So let's share it with everybody. Okay, G, amazing things happening. Amazing content for our students to learn, to keep practicing. And of course, this live session is no exception. We have a wonderful teacher with a very interesting topic. I know, G, you have a pet, right? Bailey, if I'm not wrong, it's its name, right?
Yes, my little Bailey, not so little, but but yes, I have a beautiful dog. She is a mutt, or it is. It's just that out of affection, I I call her she, but it is a mutt, which means that she's not a specific breed, more maybe a mix of breeds. Bailey.
Amazing. We are learning already. First word that we learned today about animals, but not the last, because we have our teacher with Ravee, who is going to tell us more to talk about animals and their habitat. So let's watch this video before we go with Ravee.
Hello everybody, it's my pleasure to invite all of you to Platzi English Academy. I enjoyed it because I really like to learn English and practice with all the students. So please welcome to this Platzi English Academy. Bye.
Okay, amazing video from one of our students. Remember, if you want to be part of this live, you can send your video sharing your experience on Telegram to Sua Waira. Look for me, send me your videos, and we'll be sharing them here with all the community in Platzi Live. So make sure you share your videos. We want you to share your experience learning here. Now, let's go with our teacher today, Ravee. Hi, Ravee. How are you today?
Hey, Waira. I'm doing well. Thank you. Hey, Gina. Good to see you again. And hello, everyone watching from home or your office, or I don't know where you watch from, wherever you are. You know, it's nice. I'm in the chat. I'm looking at your comments, and it's lovely to be here again.
Amazing. I'm sure our students are really happy to have you here, Ravee. We know that you are one of their favorite teachers. Maybe you are someone's favorite teacher. I'm sure you are. So, Ravee, you bring an amazing topic for us today that is about animals. So the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Waira. Yes, it is an amazing topic because, you know, most people, as human beings, we like animals. A lot of us have pets, and it might sound like a simple topic, but I can guarantee you there are going to be things that you will learn from today's class. Okay, so I know animals like, oh, let's talk about cats and dogs. No, we are going to go into more detail about like animals and where they live, you know, maybe new vocabulary when it comes to animals. So stay tuned. My advice to you is get a pen and paper or some sort of maybe a tablet, I don't know, where you can take notes. Okay, taking notes will help you to remember things that you see in this presentation. And also it will help you to practice with me, because I will ask you at certain point during the presentation to practice with everybody in the chat. So if you're taking notes, then that will help you with your practice. Okay, so this is the topic.
Ravee. Sorry, you're giving amazing tips that are very important to practice. And I have one more that is closed captions. Remember, everybody, that down here you can activate closed captions. Click there where it says CC and you activate them. You can see them here. So you can listen to Teacher Ravee and you can watch at the same time. One extra tip, Ravee, go ahead.
Amazing, thank you. And you know, I was going to say that because I saw somebody in the chat saying, I don't understand everything. And you know, it's okay if you don't understand everything, because things like closed captions are there to help you. And it's normal if you don't understand everything in a second language. You are learning this language, and it's completely fine to not understand 100%. Sometimes you understand 60, 70%. That's okay. All right. And remember, if you keep coming to these activities like live classes, voice chats, practice sessions, meetups, do our courses, it will help you more in keeping your listening level high, right? You will understand more when you are practicing regularly with the community. But anyway, we got sidetracked. Let's focus on the topic. Remember to have your closed captions on. Thank you, Waira, for reminding us. Now, aprende a describir animales y su hábitat. Sorry, you see, I make mistakes as well when I'm speaking in second language. So, animals and their habitats. Okay, this is what we're going to focus on today. Before we start, I have a question for you. Take a look at this animal. And can you tell me in the chat, do you know the purpose of the camel's hump? You see the hump on its back. There's a specific purpose for that hump. Why do they have a hump? What is the purpose? Tell me. Maybe Gina or Huayra can guess for us what is the purpose. And then we can go to the chat.
I would say for water. I think they retain water that they need because their natural habitat is very dry.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe.
That's my guess.
Okay. What about Huayra? Huayra, do you want to guess? Do you want to tell us, like, are you thinking similarly to Gina or?
Quite similar. I was going to say almost the same. So yes, I agree with G.
All right, so let's find out. Let's go to the chat and see what's happening. A lot of students are saying to store water. Yes. Some students are saying to reserve water. Okay, great word to use, to reserve. Okay, to conserve, again, a great word. To carry heavy things. They do carry heavy things. Yes, you're right. But that's not the purpose. Someone said reserve food and water. So we have a new answer. Let's find out the answer, what it is. So actually, camels store fat in their hump. It is a common belief, a misbelief, actually, a misconception that people think they store water in their hump, but actually they store fat, which helps them to use that fat for energy when food is not available. Okay, so that is like the fun fact about camels. And I thought it was a great way to start this class, to kind of think of how amazing all these animals are. So we're going to talk about a lot of animals today. All right, but we're also going to talk about where they live. Okay, so they live in different places. They are called habitats. So take a look at these 4 pictures. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And can you tell me, can you guess what these 4 pictures are representing? Which kind of habitat is each picture representing? For example, number 1, maybe which, the animal that you saw earlier, maybe it lives in number 1. But what is the name of this habitat? Okay, so let's check the chat, and maybe you can tell me in the chat the names of all 4 habitats. So let's see. I'm seeing desert. Okay, thank you. That's number 1. Good. Jungle. It does look like jungle, but it's a very specific kind of jungle. Okay, we're going to find out the answer. Someone said desert. Obviously, yes, of course. Desert. And number 2, somebody said rainforest. Well done. What about number 3? Can somebody tell me number 3? Number 3, there's question mark in front of number 3, some student is saying. And number 4, tundra. Okay, that's a good word. Tundra. Yes, sometimes we do refer to that as tundra. There's an easier word, a more common word for that. Thank you. Thank you for your answers. Let's find out. Number 1 is the desert. Yes, obviously, a lot of people said the desert. Number 2, rainforests. Okay, yes, jungles and forests, specifically rainforests. We have rainforests in Latin America, the Amazons, and there's very specific kind of animals that live in rainforests, right? Number 3, a lot of students had problems with number 3. They had questions like, what is that? Number 3, they're called grasslands. All right. And number 4 is the Arctic. Okay. Also sometimes referred to as tundra. Yes, somebody said tundra in the chat. Normally, we just refer to as the Arctic habitat. So take a note of these 4 habitats. You will need them in the next stage of this class. All right. So desert, rainforest, grasslands, and Arctic. Let's continue. Now, I'm going to show you a photo of an animal like this. If there's a photo on your screen, you can see it's waving at you. Maybe it's saying hello. You need to tell me the name of this animal and the habitat it lives in. Okay, the name and the habitat. So That is the exercise. And we are going to learn each animal together. Okay, you're going to practice with me. I'm not going to tell you exactly. You're going to tell me, and then we will check together. Okay, so let's check the chat. Let's see what the name of this cute animal is. Cute but dangerous. Cute but dangerous. Okay, a lot of you know the name already. Okay, polar bear. Yes, polar bear is the name of the animal, and it lives in the Arctic. The habitat usually where you find polar bears is the Arctic. Okay, good. That is the whole activity. Polar bears. Now let's go to the next animal. What do you see? This is a bird. This is a colorful bird, one of my favorite birds. What is the name of this bird? And where do you normally find this bird? Do you find it in the desert or the rainforest, or do you find it in grasslands or the Arctic? Tell me in the chat, and tell me the name as well of this bird. Let's see. What about our host and co-host? Do you like this bird? Have you seen this bird in real life?
Never in real life. I would love to. But I remember I saw this type of bird in the movie, in a famous animated movie, Rio.
All right. Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite birds. I've seen it once or twice alive, like in front of me, and it's mesmerizing the way it looks and all the colors. It's crazy. All right.
They're very smart and social as well, from what I've seen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They are not afraid of humans. No.
No.
I
think students guessed your answer, Ravee, in the chat.
I think so. Yeah. I'm looking at the chat now. Thank you, Gina. They're called parrots. Yes. And they live in the rainforests. Usually they are found, their habitat is the rainforest. So thank you. If they're plural, you can say parrots. If it's only one, a parrot. All right. So let's continue. You're doing good. You're doing really good. Let's continue with another animal, another very famous and popular animal. Maybe some of you know the name, and tell me where they live as well. This animal is really tall and quite gentle. You know, I don't think they're social, but they're quite gentle animals. Again, they're wild animals, so don't go near them if you find them in the wild, because they're quite big. But tell me in the chat the name and the habitat that you can find this animal in. Before I tell you, you are going to tell me, and then we will check together. All right, good. A lot of you know now. Giraffe, yes, thank you. Or if it's plural, giraffes. A giraffe or giraffes. And the habitat that they're found in, let's take a look. The grasslands. Yes, they're usually found in the grasslands. That's where they live. Yes, and they're cute. Yes, somebody's saying, Alvaro DGO is saying that they're cute. Thank you, Alvaro. Yes, I think they're cute as well. All right, let's continue. Thank you. Let's continue with another cute animal. How do you call this animal? What is this animal? It's a very specific animal. You probably guessed the habitat by the picture, right? It doesn't look like the desert, right? And it's definitely not the grasslands or rainforest. So you know, probably you have guessed the habitat, but what is the name of this animal? That is the key question here. What is the name of this animal? Maybe Waira can guess if she knows, if she has seen this animal.
I don't know if I've seen it in real life, but I think that's a hare, not a rabbit, because rabbits are smaller. I think in the Arctic we have hares. I don't know if I'm correct.
I think you are absolutely right. Thank you, Wai. They are hares. Hares are similar, same family to rabbits, but they're bigger in size and they can be found in different habitats. We have hares here in Canada. They live close to like my house. If you go to parks, sometimes you see them in rural areas, but this hare is very specific. Now let's see in the chat. Thank you, Y. Let's see in the chat. A little rabbit, a hare, a polar rabbit, a snow bunny. Good one. Okay, let's find out. An Arctic hare. An Arctic hare. Thank you. Some of you actually knew that, so really well done. The rabbits are different. Remember, rabbits are smaller, but these hares, they're quite wild and they're quite big. I'm not sure if they're social. Just something to be careful about. Now let's continue. Let's continue with the next animal. Let's see this animal. What do you call this animal? And where do you normally find this animal? Tell me in the chat again, where do you find this animal? And more importantly, what's the name in English? Remember, we are trying to practice vocabulary today. Animal vocabulary and the habitats that they live in. All right, let's see. Okay, we have some answers. KJ Carvajal is saying scorpion. Yes, and Christian 276, scorpion. Like the band, yes, it's called a scorpion. But where do they live? Yes. F. Mats Perdomo says scorpion, desert. That's the habitat. Yes, scorpions live in the desert. Thank you. That's their habitat. Let's continue. Now we have a funny looking animal here. I love these animals. They're very social animals. They live in families and big groups. There are shows on Discovery about them. But what do you call this animal? Tell me in the chat and tell me also the habitat. Don't forget. There are 2 vocabularies that we are learning. Let's see. In the chat, let's see, Max370Z says meerkat. OMG, so cute. Yes, they are cute. Yes, meerkats. And they live, Brandon is saying they live in grasslands. Alvaro says, where I'm from, we eat scorpion tacos. Okay, now that is a fun fact that I didn't know, that scorpion can be on a dish or in tacos. That is new information for me. But let's go back to meerkats. Meerkats, and they live in the deserts. Let's see. Meerkats. Okay, they usually they don't live in deserts. They live in grasslands. So it would be difficult to find meerkats in the desert, but usually in grasslands. That's where you find them. If it's one, you call it meerkat. If it's plural, meerkats. All right, let's continue. Now we have our old friend here from the beginning that you saw. Let's see if you remember the name and the habitat. Tell me in the chat very quickly. You know this animal. Let's see who's going to be our first person telling me the name of this animal and the habitat it lives in. Let's see.
Ravee, as students tell us there, I have to say that I'm enjoying the chat a lot. So we had the meerkat, and then students started relating it with Lion King, you know, with Timon. I don't know the name in English. I don't know if you know it, but in Spanish at least it's called Timon.
I have to remember that. I know I have to think of that.
Yeah, but I love this because this is how we learn, by making relations, right? So Timon is a meerkat. Then we can learn better by making these relations. I think that's an excellent way of learning. What do you think?
I love it. Yeah, I haven't watched Lion King for, I don't know, maybe 20 years now before it came out. So there's a new one, but I haven't watched it. I don't know. I have to find out the name, but I promise to leave it in the chat after this class.
Amazing. Yeah, I love it. Thanks, Ravee, because I don't know the names in English. Okay, let's go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us. Yes, camels, and they live in the desert. All right, remember the pronunciation, desert. The other one is dessert. It is postres, right? Desert. which is the habitat of camels. That's the pronunciation. Now, we have a couple more to go through. Let's see this animal now. Where do you find this animal and what is the name of this animal? The animal looks cute, I know, but they're very dangerous. So if you ever see one in the wild, I don't know what I would do, but I would be very scared. Again, tell me in the chat. Let's see. I don't know if you can make connections with movies. Maybe this animal was in a movie. Like while I said, we need to make connections, and let's see if our students can tell us. So let's go with Java says it's a cheetah. Close. Okay. Jaguar. Okay. Jaguares del Norte. Okay. Leopard in a grassland. Jaguar in rainforest. Tiger lives in grasslands. Okay. A big kitty. I think that's a very general description of this animal. It is a kind of cat. Yes, it's a feline. So let's find out. Thank you. Let's see what the correct answer is. It is a jaguar. It's a jaguar, and if it's plural, if it's more than one, jaguars. Right? It's not a cheetah. Cheetahs are slimmer, and they live in grasslands. Jaguars, they live in rainforests. So that is the difference. They look very similar, but there are differences. This particular one lives in a rainforest. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for telling me in the chat what it was. Some of you got it right. Congratulations. Let's continue. Now we have this animal, a weird looking animal. But what do you call this animal and where does it live? What is the name of this animal? Maybe you have seen it in a movie. I have seen it in a movie, very funny movie, very recently. I don't know if White or Gina remembers which movie have we seen this animal in. There was this movie about animals, and the animals are working in a city, and all those things. Which one was it?
I know the movie, but I can't remember the name right now. But I loved this character. Let's say this one in the movie was hilarious. Gee, I think you might remember the name of the movie.
I believe it's Zootopia.
Thank you. Yes, it is Zootopia, and it was funny. This scene with this animal was the funniest thing. It was working on a counter, I think, in a government agency of some sort, and they move very slowly, right? It's funny, that movie.
And the character's name in the movie was Flash, which is ironic. Yes.
Thank you, G. Now let's go to the chat. Yes, it's Sid from Ice Age. Says Halkonk. It is Sid from Ice Age. Thank you. From Zootopia as well. It's a sloth. Thank you. If you said sloth, that's the correct answer. Or sloths, if it's plural. Okay. So we have a couple more to go through. Let's see. We have this next animal. It looks from the picture, you can see that the habitat is clearly visible. So the habitat is okay, but what is the name of this animal? What is the name, and what do you call this animal? Let's see. I don't know if you have seen this animal in any movies, so to make connections, but we'll find out from the chat. Maybe one of our students can tell us. Java Pogner. Hey, Java. Good to see you here. He says it's a deer. It's not a deer. No, sorry. No. Let's see, a deer and antelope. Similar. Yeah, so deers, antelopes, they're very similar animals. Yes. This particular animal lives in the grasslands, and the animal is called a gazelle. A gazelle. It's probably the same family that you're referring to, but gazelles, this is a particular class of animals. And if it's plural, obviously gazelles, that is the pronunciation, a gazelle or gazelles. All right. Thank you all. Let's continue. Now we have one of our last animal, and then we can continue with the second part of this activity. Take a look at this animal. Very cute. Again, very cute animal. And tell me what is the name and where you can find this animal. Can you find it in the desert or rainforests or grasslands? I don't know, Arctic. Where can you find them? Let's see in the chat if you can ready. Okay, Brandon Kiyoshi saying a white fox. It is a white fox. Yeah. It is also called something else. I think Gamma 927 has it right. Gamma 927 says an Arctic fox. That is the name of this animal. An Arctic fox lives in the Arctic. It's from the fox family. It's also called the snow fox sometimes. So same animal, two different names, an Arctic fox or snow fox. Now, if you want to learn more about these animals and how to call them and the breeds and if they're pets or if they're farm animals, go and check out this class, platzi.com/Animales Ingles. This is where you would find more information about these animals. I'm not sure if Huayra or G wants to add anything at this point. We have one small section to go with, and then we can continue with the next activity.
It's been great, Ravee. I think our students are definitely reviewing some vocabulary that they didn't know, because we are familiar with these animals in Spanish, but now they're learning how to name them. And I really, really think our students appreciate the fact that you gave them also the tip on how to name these animals when there are more than one. So in plural as well. And their habitat. I know now you're going to talk about maybe types of diets or, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
That's exactly where we were going. Go for it.
Thank you. So I also wanted to give you 3 more pieces of vocabulary that you can use when talking about animals, because you can divide animals by what they eat. There are 3 words that you can remember. So for example, take a look at these 4 animals. We have cows, we have zebras, we have buffaloes, and very cute koala bear. They eat only plants. And what are they called? Right? These particular class of animals that eat only plant material, right? What are they called? You can tell me in the chat. Again, cows, zebra, buffalo, koala bear. There's more vocabulary here, right? Animals that only eat plants. We call them herbivores or herbivorous animals. Herbivores is the whole class, the noun to refer to the group of those animals. Herbivorous is the adjective. So if you want to say a zebra is a herbivorous animal, right? So that's the adjective. Herbivore, noun, herbivorous, adjective, right? So that's the first one to remember. Now take a look at these 2 animals. We have a wolf and we have a hyena, right? 2 more animals. They eat only flesh of other animals, right? They only eat flesh of other animals. And what are they called? What do we call them? Right? They're called specific kinds of animals that eat only flesh of other animals. We call them carnivores or carnivorous animals. Carnivores or carnivorous animals. Those are the second type of animals. And the last ones, we have raccoons, and us human beings. Yes, we are this type of animals. They eat a variety of animals and plants, and yes, we come in that category. We eat both. Some people are vegan, some people are carnivorous, but we eat both. So in this particular group of animals, they're called something else. This is the third type. Okay, if you know, you can type it in the chat. Let's find out. This type of animals, we call them omnivorous animals or omnivores, right? Omni, both. Omnivores or omnivorous animals. Now, while we are taking any questions, if there are any questions in the chat, give me one example of each: a herbivore, a carnivore, and an omnivore. Different animals, give me one example, and maybe Gina or Huayra can help us if there are any questions in the chat.
Absolutely, Ravee. Thank you. This is very important vocabulary, right? So there are a couple questions. And one is, what is the difference between meat and flesh?
Okay. So meat is usually when we refer to like food that we are going to eat, meat that you can buy in the supermarket. That's the meat that we are referring to. When we're referring to like animals hunting other animals and they're eating them, the flesh, right? They eat like the raw flesh off of that animal. That's one difference. So for example, if you go to the supermarket, you have to ask for the meat section. If you're looking to buy some kind of chicken or beef or pork, you don't ask for where is the flesh section, right? No, we ask for the meat section. That's meant for us, nicely cut in a package. That's the meat. Flesh is more for like the wild animals.
Amazing. Thank you, Ravee. I think it's very clear. Flesh, when it's hunting and it's right there from the dead animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we eat meat because it's already in the store. Okay, very nice. Also, Ravee, I saw one word in the chat that was mammals. That's another category of animals, right? Mammals. What is it related to? It is not related to food. Can you give us like a brief explanation of what mammals refers to?
Sure. So this is a very big topic. There are many different ways of distributing and dividing these animals. And one of the ways you can divide animals is if they are mammals or not. Mammals are animals that give birth to their younglings. Right? So they don't lay eggs. In other words, those are mammals. So human beings are mammals because we give birth to our children. If they lay eggs, then they are not mammals.
Excellent. Thank you, Ravee. I know this is a complete other class, but I wanted that clarification. Thank you for that. And we have one more question and one clarification that I want us to make once more. So J. Moreira 7419 asks us, can we use flesh to talk about humans?
Yes, you can. Yes, human flesh, yeah, because we would never use it in terms of meat, at least not legally speaking. So, of course, yes, so we would refer to it as human flesh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we wouldn't talk about human meat.
No,
okay, no.
Unless you are watching Hannibal Lecter movies and things like that.
Maybe.
Dr. Lecter might refer it to as meat.
Maybe. But yeah, for example, if we get a deep cut, right? You might see the flesh if you cut yourself, for example. So we would say flesh, not meat.
Time to run to the doctor at that point.
Definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Ravee, I want us to clarify once more the difference between desert and dessert. Because I think that's important so we don't get confused, right? So can you pronounce them again for us, please?
Sure. So desert is the habitat for camels and other like scorpions and things like that. Desert. Dessert is what we eat after our meal, the sweet dish, dessert. Like, I don't know, arequipe or milhojas or other things that we eat. Those are desserts. That's it.
Perfect. Thanks, Ravee. And the intonation here is very important, the stress of the word, right? Desert, dessert. So remember to pay attention to the stress of the word. Ravee, this is an amazing class, and I see in the chat there are many examples of the different kinds of animals. So we have Alexandria Rana 2022 says a sheep, it's as an example of a herbivore. We have also rabbits as an example of herbivores. As carnivores, we have tigers. Bears as an example of omnivores. That's right. That's right. Bears eat both, right? Very nice. Excellent. We have a lot of examples. And we have actually, Francisco gave us some examples. Mammals like a camel, reptiles like the snake. That's another way of categorize animals, right?
Yeah, many different ways of talking about animals.
That's right. That's why we recommend you to watch the class that we shared in the resources. Ravee, thank you so much for this class. The interaction in the chat was amazing. And that's the idea, that you from home participate because this space is for you. Ravee, thank you so much. Now, we are not finished yet because it's time to keep practicing and having fun. We're already having fun, but to have more fun with a game that Gina brings for us. I don't know what it is. Ravee doesn't know what it is. You at home don't know what it is. So get ready. You will have a couple seconds to go grab paper, get ready, stretch a little bit as we watch this video.
I have two passions in my life, teaching and cooking. My first memory of cooking is when I was 6 years old with my mother in our kitchen. My journey with cooking started there. My first memory of teaching is from 2014 in Bogota, Colombia. I became an English teacher and started teaching executive professionals in the amazing city of Bogota. I have combined my two passions, teaching and cooking, in this workshop for you. And you are also going to cook with me. Together, we will take this journey of mixing English and cooking. I am going to create opportunities for you in this workshop to practice in the context of cooking. Things like inviting your friends for dinner, buying groceries for your dinner, preparing for a dinner party, and finally, we are going to cook 2 dishes together in my kitchen.
My name is Ravee Lakhmani, and I want to welcome you to the Basic English Workshop A2 Practice in the Kitchen. So, are you ready to take this journey with me? Let's go.
Well, amazing video there. Remember, that's a wonderful course. If you haven't taken it, go ahead and take that amazing course with teacher Ravee. And I have in the chat something that I love. Rhonda says, I'm ready for dessert. I'm ready for dessert too after the game. I'm always ready for dessert, of course. G, we are in your hands now. What's the game today? Let's have some fun.
Well, we're going to play a round of the good old classic hangman. So I hope you're ready. I hope you were paying attention to some of the descriptions and some of the vocabulary that teacher Ravee shared with you today. There's going to be some new vocabulary as well, but it's all related to our topic: animals, habitats, types of diet. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember that we're going to be checking the chat, but I'm going to also be asking Why and Ravee for their answers. So let's see if one of them does a better job than the other, probably with your support in the chat. So go ahead and stay active. We have our first word here, and let's go ahead and get started with why. Give me a letter.
Okay, G. So before we get started, hangman, it's very common game. It's a very common game, right? Now, if you didn't know what it was, you can see it now on a screen at one of these sites. I don't know, here. Okay, here you can see it. And I'm sure you know the name of this game, and everybody for sure has played it at least once. So help us in the chat, please. Okay, I'm going to go with a vowel. I'm going to start with A. Let's start with the beginning of the alphabet.
Nothing. No way.
Okay.
Ravee.
All right.
Do you feel lucky?
Let's see. So that's a long word. I'm gonna go with let's go with a consonant. Let's go with the letter T. T for tango.
Let's go with T for tango. Nothing. I think you need support from our students.
Yes,
Please
please.
give them some some
Yes.
letters in the chat because I think they're having a hard time. Let's go back to Y.
Okay. I'm going to go with another vowel because there has to be a vowel. So I'm going to go with O.
Let's go with O now. And one O. Excellent. So since you
Okay.
got this one right, you get another chance. Why? Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to take suggestions from the chat. And Shady says S. So let's go with S.
Let's go with S. Yes, there's an S.
Oh, yay.
Wow.
Okay.
Y is on fire.
Yes.
Can you guess? Or do we need more letters? Probably
no.
more letters.
We need more letters, please.
Ravi, what do you say?
Oh, I get the next one. Usually when it ends with O and S and it says O-U-S. That's like a lot of it's very common. So I'm gonna go with oh wow.
No, you.
No U and no S. Okay.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the chat Y and Ravi. Maybe you get
Yeah.
inspired there.
I'm going to say something interesting here, and it's in British English, the spelling is very common O-U-S, but not necessarily in American. So,
Mhm.
Oh no, that's O-U-R. That's O-U-R and O-R.
yeah, and there are two spaces there. I'm going to take the suggestions from the chat that Angelita V is spelling M. She's convinced. She's like M. Let's go with M.
No M. Sorry. Ravi.
I think I'm gonna go. Some students have it, I think, in the chat. I'm gonna go with H.
H. Risky, but the risk paid off. Ravi,
Okay.
another one.
I'm gonna go with R. R for Ravee.
R. I think you're on to something. Do you want
I
to
am onto
guess
something.
the word?
Thank you to the student who said it. I think it was Erica Luce, I think, in the chat, who said herbivores. Herbivores, the class of animals. Yes, thank you for saving our hangman.
Good job.
Thank you.
Points for the students.
Yes,
Let's
points
go
for the
with another one. This one is shorter. Maybe we'll have better luck in this one.
Maybe
Why?
we should-
You can get started there.
Okay, let's start with the letter T.
Lucky letter T. Oh, yes.
Oh,
we have a T
yes.
at the end.
Okay.
Another one.
Ooh. I think, can I guess?
You think you have it already? Go for it.
Yes. Desert.
Let's see. No D.
Oh, that was brave. That was brave.
No D, so no
I
luck
counted
there.
the letters. Okay, Ravi.
let's try P. P for Papa.
No P.
I thought I was onto
Uh-oh.
something. I thought I had it. Oh, that's
Let's go
no.
with,
Somebody's saying parrot. It's not parrot. I'm sorry, Bernard.
I
Coffee.
mean-
Sorry, it's not.
I see. I'm going to go with Mariam Rosal. Rabbit.
rabbit.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's
Yes,
try
R.
R. And you should have not chosen that letter. No,
No,
we have
look.
two R's. We have two R's. Yes.
It is parrot, isn't
Isn't
it?
it?
No A.
No, it doesn't have P.
I know what it is. Can I go for? Can
go
I
for it, Ravi.
Can I choose
Yes.
F, please?
Let's go with F.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
What
It's
is it?
a ferret.
Very
It's a
good.
ferret.
Now, if you don't know what a ferret is, of course, you can go online, check it out, but you can also take the recommended class that teacher Ravee has for you, where you will be able to learn more about this animal. Let's go with one more. Okay, Ravee, since you guessed the last one, go ahead and start.
Why such long words, Gina? Why such long words? Okay, let's go with C. C for Charlie.
C. Ah, I think you got this one already.
I'm gonna let Huayra go. I think we are on the same frequency, me and Huayra.
I think we got it, Ravee. I think this is carnivore.
Take it away. Take it away, Huayra.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
it.
carnivore.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You got this one right, and without the students' help. Okay, very good.
Carnivores. Animals
Well
that eat
done. That eat flesh. Well done, team. Great job. And thank you, everybody in the chat, participating and helping your teachers, because they needed that support.
Absolutely. The support in the chat is essential. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, G. It was nice to play Hangman. It's always nice to, to have some fun. Thank you, everybody, for your participation, for your help, because that help is very important for us, right? You give us ideas. Thinking on the spot is not easy. So thank you for that. Amazing. So I'm going to send some, I'm going to read a little bit the chat here. Thank you, Ravee, for such amazing class. Thank you, Gina, for the game, for all the support. And we'll see you next time. Let's see. I'm going to say bye in the chat. So if you want me to say hi to you, leave me a note in the chat. I'm going to say hi to some people here. So we have, there is a controversy about ferrets. Go ahead and check it out. Okay, John, I'm sorry, your transmission is cutting a little bit, but thank you for participating. How come you want to play a little bit more? Next Tuesday, 6 p.m., we are going to be back playing another game. So I invite you to join once more next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Okay, Alai, thank you for participating. Walter, Nomas, I'm happy you have fun with the game. And thank you, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Colombian time, again here with a new topic. Remember to go to platzi.com/comunidad and you find the live classes and, of course, all these activities that we have for you. See you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.